Michelle, how do I get my dog to stop barking? Well, that question comes up a lot with students in my online course and in the Facebook group, Puppy Training with Michele Lennon. Now, I wish I could tell you to do just A, B, and C, and then the problem would be fixed. But life doesn't always work that way, and dogs definitely don't work like that either. But don't go away just yet. I can help you by providing you some ideas for what might be causing the barking, which leads to what to do about it. Now, before we begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss when another video goes live. Michelle here with How to Train a Dream Dog. Okay, let's talk about how to get your dog to stop barking. This question is similar to, Michelle, how do I get my baby to stop crying? Well, I don't know your baby, and I don't know about your schedule. Is he hungry? Is he mad? Is he hurt? Is he tired? I don't know. But together, we can probably do some problem solving to figure it out. So that's what we're gonna do today. We have to understand the full context of the barking behavior to figure out what we can do about it. Dogs bark for a lot of different reasons, and depending on the situation, it may not be as simple as teaching the dog to be quiet. Simply suppressing a behavior can actually result in further behavioral issues and can actually be rather dangerous, not to mention unfair to the dog. All behavior, including barking, serves a function. You heard me talk about that in this video here, where I go over some of the top training phrases that we apply to our dog's behavior. Now, your dog's behaviors are showing their emotions like fear, frustration, stress, boredom, over-arousal, and physical pain. It's up to our more complex human brains to figure out what is going on and what to do about it. It is extremely important to get to the bottom of the why the dog is barking and to implement all the elements needed in order for you both to meet common ground. Is the barking for attention? Is she reactive barking? Are there particular times or locations? What is happening in the environment when the barking occurs? Have we accidentally reinforced the dog for barking? As part of our online course, you can actually learn how to better be your dog's detective and understand the behavior in order to shape it to something more acceptable for your household. The more work you do with your dog on training games and learning about canine communication, the better you'll be able to work through this. Now, one reason for barking is attention seeking. In this case, we want to make sure that we are not accidentally reinforcing the behavior by talking too much or touching or even looking at our pup until they're quiet. Just a side note here about attention barking. If you think your pup is trying to tell you that they need to go outside with all this barking, maybe you would like a quieter, less demanding way for your pup to signal to you. If that's the case, be sure to grab the free New Puppy Starter Kit and for the bell training lesson, and of course some other free resources too to help you with potty training your puppy. That can be found in the description below. Now, back to that pesky barking. Do not say or yell out quiet while they're barking. Since puppies don't understand what the quiet word means, you are actually just giving attention. Negative attention is better than no attention and still counts for most pups. And of course, it's reinforcing the barking. You will also teach your pup to either ignore the word quiet because we keep overusing it, or that it means to keep barking if the timing happens to be just right. Remember, puppies don't understand the words that you speak until each word is taught to them through a one-to-one association with the behavior that we want that to mean. During these times that your puppy is barking at you for either attention or something that they want, take away the forms of attention. This includes eye contact, speaking to them, touching them. Wait until the exact moment your pup stops barking and then say quiet, while rewarding for the quiet behavior. In the beginning, you will capture the quiet behavior as soon as they offer it. Once your pup gets the hang of this, you can say quiet as soon as they stop barking, and then maybe you're going to wait 2 to 3 seconds to give that reinforcement. This will help you avoid your puppy chaining the behaviors of bark, quiet, treat. Later, you can ask for the quiet command when your dog is barking, and then he will understand that it means to stop barking. Until then, your pup just thinks that you are barking along with him or her, or that barking is what you want. The thing I like about that method is that it actually teaches our pups an alternative behavior. Just like I go over in this video here, when we're trying to change a behavior, it's really hard for the dogs to simply just stop doing that. You're gonna have more success if you offer up an alternative behavior and put a lot of value into it. Let's talk about dogs barking at things outside for a moment. This is super common. Have you ever heard me talk about the mailman theory? Well, that theory goes like this. The dog sees the mailman outside. He barks because he's stimulated by the new thing in the environment. After delivering the mail, mailman moves on to the next house. The dog then starts to chain the behaviors together. Mailman arrives, bark bark, mailman leaves. So the dog thinks that the barking is actually causing that thing, or the mailman, to go away. You and I both know that that's not the case, but it happens like this all the time. So, to your dog, that's how it works. Reinforcement builds behavior, which is another common phrase I use to explain my training concepts to my students. Dogs barking at other dogs doesn't really follow the same pattern. That's why it's so hard to advise people when they ask how to get their dog to stop barking at other dogs. Barking at other dogs often comes from overstimulation, overexcitement, and it could be fear or anxiety or even request to play. This is where the context of the situation plays a huge role. And we have to also look at the dog's body language to understand what his intent is and what to do about it. We have a great game in our training course designed to help your dog be calm and relaxed when he sees something exciting in his environment. For all of you guys doing the DIY level of my program, it's in Module 1 under the blocking game. Okay, what about boredom barking here? It's another habit that puppies form. If your puppy is barking because they are bored, evaluate how much mental exercise or mental stimulation and physical exercise they're getting each day. Have you started decompression walks yet? Now, I go over those kinds of walks in this video here. These walks are designed for your dog to just be a dog. Sniff and explore and meander and just enjoy it all. Decompression walks are done on a long leash with a back clip harness for safety. And during these walks, your dog gets to determine where you go. Within reason, of course. Decompression walks can really be helpful in getting out pent-up energy and emotion and can help our dogs settle better at home. Puppies also bark out of fear or give warning when they're uncomfortable. In this case, we want to counter-condition the pup to learn that the scary thing actually means a really tasty treat is coming their way, and they do not need to be afraid. Throughout the first 18 months or so of your pup's life, he will go through periods of more pronounced fear. Things that were normally no big deal may now be very scary. Garbage cans or cars or even a chair that he sees every day. The good news is that these periods usually don't last too long, but there is likely to be multiple periods before he grows out of them. Now, your job during these periods is to help your puppy gain confidence by slowly exposing him to these things that make him scared and giving him encouragement and rewards in the presence of them. Now, your walks during this time might look a bit different. You might not go very far since you're spending a while on each scary thing, but this is an important part of the process, and I want you to resist the urge to stay home and avoid all the scary things altogether. The exposure to new things and things that make him scared while you work with him to change his association to something more positive is important. These periods of time can be challenging for new puppy parents, but using the familiar training games he's known for many months can be a source of comfort as he approaches these new unfamiliar objects. Now, before I wrap up with this lesson, I really want to address one final question that comes up a lot. People ask me, Michelle, my puppy is barking a lot. Does this mean he's aggressive? Well, before I share my thoughts on this, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss when another valuable lesson like this one goes live. Okay, aggressive. It's not a type of dog. Aggression is a functional behavior, so it's the threat of harm to another by using growling, snapping, biting, barking, or lunging. Do not mistake aggression with normal puppy nipping, biting, barking, or growling. The intent to harm is missing from the equation. One must understand what is normal puppy behavior and the reason why the behavior is happening in the first place before we can determine if a dog is acting out with aggression. Puppies often nip and bite at moving objects, including hands and pant legs and kids. Puppies growl and bark when they want to play or they're in an aroused state of mind. Dogs that are acting aggressive in nature are doing so because the presence of the stimuli is uncomfortable to them in some way. The context of the situation plays a huge part in determining if we have normal puppy behavior, or something more serious is going on. Up to about 6 to 8 months, most puppies nip, bite, bark, and growl as part of their normal interactions with humans and other dogs. This may include nipping at hands and feet, biting at leashes, tugging at clothes, knocking little ones down if the dog is excited, and the child is moving or making noises that excite the dog. It isn't fair to label behaviors as aggression when we're dealing with normal puppy behavior, especially when the dog has not been taught any different skills, including impulse control, which comes with training, time, and maturity. Now, as you can see, barking is a little more of a complex topic that involves more investigation before it can be really understood and fixed. But it does get better with time and training. We talk in further detail about shaping puppy behaviors and creating lasting solutions to troubling situations in 30 Days to Puppy Perfection. In the comments below, based on what you've learned today, tell me one reason your pup may be barking.